Hey everybody, Greg from ParkJourney.com here with our second review of Planet Coaster. So in our first review we did a basic family wooden coaster, something really easy. And I was going to do another coaster for our second one, but I kind of wanted to start filling out the park a little bit. And one of the things I always like to do in other games like this was to do a berm with a railroad around the track. And this is something that obviously is done at all the Disney Magic Kingdom parks and things like that. But I always wondered why, other parks never really did it. So that was always one of my things with other games, where I always like to kind of divide the park out from the outside world a little bit more. And Planet Coaster makes it really easy to do it. So as you can see here, I've got my railroad track built, and parts of it were pretty high off the ground and stuff like that. So I decided to, make some hills around the track, or under the track. So you can see here, I'm actually building a tunnel, and basically all I'm doing is using the raise tool, and then I just basically put the center circle right in the middle of the track, and it just basically raises the ground as far as I want it to go. So in this case here, I wanted to make kind of a little tunnel for my train, and it just makes a perfect circle around it. And then as you can see here, as go back a little bit, you can see it, as you build it, you can actually then smooth it out in other areas and things like that to make smooth transitions, so it's not just a cliff or something like that, which is really cool. So as far as other games, coaster games are concerned, this one has actually made it pretty simple to do different landscapings, and this is going to come in really useful later on as we work on this park, for our review. Dividing themed areas, and tunnels and tracks, and dark rides and things like that. And then as you can see on this part, I've left some space on the back end, where I'll probably eventually put some dark ride buildings and things like that. So as you can see here, I've finished the track. So let's go ahead and take a ride around. I've actually sped this up a little bit for the POV, because it's just, obviously it's a pretty big park, and I don't think you guys want to just sit here for 10 minutes and watch the train go around in a circle. So I've kind of sped it up a little bit with the video processing software, so you guys can just see what it looks like in the park. And some of the other games are, you have like one setting as far as this is the ground and that's it. This one, obviously, you can see you can do lots of different things. One thing I did notice is if you do it on the boundary of the park, and that's kind of what I did. On the other side, on the exit side of the park, as you'll probably see here coming up, there's just a little bit of a cliff. It's fine. Again, this is not. This is just to kind of review the game, not really one that I'm gonna do a lot of different things in. So, but it's just to kind of give you guys an idea of what you can do. But it actually, being able to ride stuff around, you can start seeing different things that you want to change. Even going through watching it after I've recorded it, I'm seeing a couple things here where I want to go back and make notes and change things. So basically what I did is I made a station on each corner of the park here. So there was, the first station here, and then as we're going through, you see all of the different, the landscaping that was already there in the park, and then stuff that I've done, which is really cool. And again, it's super easy to do. I was very impressed. So as we continue to go around the park, I think that, again, out of all the games that I've tried, this one is definitely the easiest, as far as landscaping is concerned. And then some of the other things, again, I don't know if you can make the tunnels any wider. As we get close to the tunnel, you'll see that, it's kind of a narrow tunnel. It looks like you're right on the edge of it. But eventually I'll want to put some lights in there and stuff like that, which I've seen it's pretty easy to do. For night rides and stuff like that. But again, this part of the coaster, it was pretty high off the ground, so I had to really adjust the landscaping a lot to get it up to the level to where it's not just a big bridge all around the park. I did leave a couple of bridges around the park, just because you know, I thought it was kind of cool. There's a, you know, it's nice scenery around the park, and you know, things like that. I mean, I don't think it needs to be completely walled off, so I decided to kind of keep some stuff on there as we go around the park here. So now we're on the back side of the park, and I also decided to, you know, instead of just making it a straight line all the way around the park, I wanted to kind of, you know, do a couple of different turns. Obviously nothing too dramatic, you know, no, you know, it's all, as far as I'm concerned, and when you're doing, especially with our theme park, you know, the train should have just one, you know, it should be level all the way around. You know, I don't think that having different levels and things like that is, you know, good. But, you know, a couple little, you know, things here and there to kind of hug the terrain a little bit more, so it's not just a static, you know, thing. You know, and obviously I'll add some scenery and things like that, you know, to make it more than just, you know, a transport ride. And then, you know, again, look, with the game here, you can actually do a lot of the different views here, so we kind of get a little bit of a POV above the train, which is kind of nice. And again, the train is not this fast. Like I said, I've sped it up. You know, so this here we get to the third stop. And you can see here too, you could do kind of little cliff things that kind of go over the track. So again, that's going to be real, you know, interesting later on when we get into some different rides, like, you know, like dark rides or flume rides, and, you know, rapids rides and things like that. I think that's going to really make it pop and make it dynamic. So I think maybe next video we'll try a rapids ride or something, and see what we can do with some water effects and things like that. And I did do a couple little pools, so I might try to do like a little bit of waterfall and kind of revisit that a little bit. So, you know, but I just kind of wanted to show how easy it was to do this. I'm here. And then one little small thing here I wanted to show you guys is the entrance to the park. I kind of made it a tunnel into the park. So as you can see here, it kind of goes down into the tunnel. And you know, I kind of wanted that big reveal. So we'll see what happens. I might not leave that wooden coaster there. It's really close to the entrance. I might just put some gardens and stuff in there. But that's the good thing about this game too, is you can actually, anything that you build, you can move it. You don't have to, you know, save it as anything. You can just move it right in the map. So I think that's really cool. So I hope you guys are enjoying this video. I did get a comment today saying that I sounded like an airline pilot going through, you know, in the first video. I apologize. That's just my work voice. Whenever I'm doing anything like this, it happens. So, but again, I hope you guys enjoy. Stay tuned for the next one soon. Thanks.